Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from across the planet. It's Stoner Bob. That's right, Stoner Bob 710. It's a gorgeous Friday night. One of my phones is over there making noise, meaning it's probably fully charged. And I'm sitting here on a poker night after game. Now I'm playing poker on my Zynga Poker. And I'm, of course, going to start with my normal sit down price of 420 million chips. What? I'm not issuing hip waders. Okay, I'll tell you right now, I'm not issuing hip waders. Yeah, and you can see I got my Marine shirt on. Yeah, I always do. That or I got the 420 Network shirt on. Getting on here and say hi there. I hope everybody's having a great Friday night. Um, Man, it's been a busy day. Today I hit 1,065 subscribers. I met some really incredible people out there. I got business cards printed up today. I just got to cut them out. Ding. And so things are absolutely picking up. I didn't go with anything fancy this time. I did end up with a 8 and a 10 in my hand here on the poker. 8 and a 10 in my hand, 10, 7 deuce has been flipped up. I'm going to not bet 10 million on it though. I'm going to have to bet 10 million. I'm going to have to get my it's going to have to get handed to me regularly on a regular basis. And I don't, man, to lose a billion points. I lost a billion points yesterday and I got them back today. It's like, I don't know. It's just pretend. It isn't real. It ain't like somebody's going to benefit from playing this game. I don't benefit much. It just eats up time. Um, but I got out there today and I met some really nice people. Um, we got commitments for donations for the cannabis to grind up and make joints out of. We're going to pass out joints in the park again. We do that at least 4 times, 5 times a year, and we go down and we pass out joints to the homeless people. They come up and ask, "Hey, can I have a hi there, Ajot? Hoorah, Semper Fi." Um, we do. Oh, and because you are who you are, absolutely. Here you go. Ding. That title. Yeah, you are who you are. Um, what you do down there in Texas, you keep the camera rolling, you keep your eyes on people, you listen, pay attention. We are the ones that are doing what we can for everybody we can at all times. Yeah, there you go, Mushroom Manny. Yes, my guy from up there. I went by the old Purple East building today, and it was really surprising to see that it was all empty again. Are you still living up in that neighborhood there, Mushroom Manny? You still living up there behind over in that neighborhood by where Purple East used to be? Break out your carts. Don't want to smell the house up. I don't smoke anything in the house. Never again. Ever, ever, ever. Not cigarettes, not weed, nothing. Vapes. I don't think vapes have anything to do with the smell of the house. I think that this is the right thing to do indoors or dabs. No, I can make the exception for dabs. We can do dabs indoors. It's a good thing for us. Mushroom Manny, I tell you what, I don't have your phone number. I thought I do. I got the same phone as I had before. Give me a call. Not right now during the show, because, I'd had. But yeah, give me a call in the daytime. Yes, see, I'm getting bald. Yes, it's going away. I am so delighted. I still got a little bit of fuzz up here on top. I remember my daughter come up to me and she was like I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years old. She comes up, pats me on top of my head. She says, "Daddy, you got a landing strip growing on your head." these are these are the things that you can always, remember. And I got to tell you, there's been some really good people helping me out and taught me something that I really needed to learn. And mayhem and mischief. Mayhem and Miracles. There you go. That's the right title. Mayhem and Miracles. Masha came on there and just said, "Look, if you need watch hours, make a live stream." And I kind of hesitantly tried it, and I made a hour. God, oh man, it was like pulling fingernails off trying to get through an hour and a half of a live stream. The next one I made was 3 hours. The next one I made was 4.5 hours, almost 5 hours. I went from having 6 hours of watch time to over 200 hours of watch time. So Mayhem and Miracles, Masha, you really knocked it out of the park telling me to just do some live streams. I've had some really successful people out here helping me build my business. The Cannabis Coin Pusher is, wow, it's a bigger project than I realized. I thought it was just, put a camera in front of, your machine, da-da-da-da-da. No. It's copyright. Oh, my God. I got the Gmail, the business account, the branding, getting it legally branded as mine is really, it's a handful. Ajad, of course, I made you a managing moderator, meaning that you're in charge of all moderators. And Cheryl M is also, she's the managing, and there's 4 of them besides you. But they're every one of them. So yeah, I know my channel's in good hands. Everybody gets a wrench, but there's only 5 people get to be managing moderators. That way they keep the moderators in line, because you never know what somebody might do out there, or they could just do anything. We are who we are, and I am so delighted. Oh my God, I ran across the lady that did the video in memory of her boyfriend. And I ran across her again. And when I told her that she had 150 views, she just about come apart, because she thought, I'll probably get 2 or 3 views. No, you got almost 200 views. I talked about Mike the Scavenger. I named one of my videos after Mike the Scavenger, and then I told him about it. Next thing I know, I had 6,000 views on that video. Oh my God, I was just tickled to death at some of the things that I get to experience by getting on here and trying. I was on Think Media. I was like on one of my other devices, and I'm sitting here scrolling down, and I was checking out what Think Media was trying to explain, and they were saying, look, it doesn't matter who you are, what you're doing, somebody will see it and like it. And I thought, oh yeah, sure, okay, I've got my hip waders on. I was thinking I should be having hip waders on during that conversation. But Think Media said, look, press the record button. Just press the record button and post it. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And both of my subscribers liked my videos of my cats. Well, if they liked, both of my subscribers liked my videos, so I just kept making cat videos. Then I made the farm videos, the blue chickens video of the peacocks up in the tree. I made a bunch of short videos, and it got me 6.5 hours watch time in 28 days. Wait a second, there only has to be like 1,000 months a year to qualify. So no, that wasn't the answer. And it's all about being honest, being happy, and just try to have fun. Don't try to do something you're not. Don't Pantera said it right. You can't be something you're not. Be yourself. That it's 100% about life. You got to be yourself and be happy with who you are and accomplish things. Do things that feel like an accomplishment. If you're spinning your tires and you're working in some place and you're not getting anywhere, look around, apply at some better place. There are better jobs out there. Right now, the economy is growing for some. For others that don't want to work is not available. There's plenty of work in America at between $20 and $30 an hour. You just got to look around and apply yourself. And I got a friend acquaintance. I'm too loose with the term friend because he's an acquaintance. And you're here in Grand Rapids Market, okay? And he said, "Well, I can't find work. Nobody will hire me." I said, "You're not telling the truth." And he's like, "Well, go on over to Give 'em a Break Safety. No matter what major city you're in, Lansing, Grand Rapids, Detroit, Cincinnati, anywhere you go, Give 'em a Break Safety is national. They're hiring all the time. They pay $18, $20 an hour, 60 hours a week if you're willing to work. Kirkster Precast. I mean, there are companies right now that are just begging for help. They pay $20-ish an hour starting, and they're looking for 60 hours a week, every week. I don't understand why people don't want to work. I always liked working. I always like getting that paycheck, buying something new, having a better car, having a faster car, putting new wider tires on the back, and get them cute little spoke tires on the front, the flippers on them, and throw more chrome on it, and maybe buy a boat to pull out there. Yeah, remember a boat. A boat is a hole in the water that you can throw money into. And it never accumulates. It just goes away. The more money you throw into it, you think, "Oh, I've got an investment." No, you ain't got no such thing. It's just an in-life crisis. And I express the term in-life crisis because people buy things they can't afford to impress people they don't like in the first place. And they get out there and they have the big old, pile of steaks they're going to have for the barbecue. They drive the car they can't afford to drive. They live in a house they can't afford to live in. And it's about prestige and being the show off. And a lot of the cannabis industry, I've noticed, is a lot of it is about showing off. Look at me. Look at my new toy. Look at me smoking this particular thing. My joint that's been infused, and then on the outside of it, it's rolled in this and that. Keef. Oh, it's rolled in keef. And I see this at like events that people will be showing off. "Oh, look, I got these kind of jars with a cute little light, and I got a whole table full of them." And the other guy's got, "Well, I ain't got that kind of shit going on. I got big jars of weed that I'm selling real cheap," and maybe people love that. But other people are selling hats and buttons and just all kinds of crazy. And I'm finding out the ones that are having the most fun. It doesn't matter what it is that they're selling, but if they're having fun, they're selling everything they got, because it works that way. It seems like the guys that are really stressed, worrying about, "Oh, I've got to make $12 off this product, or I've got to make $6 off this product, or I've got to make this much off of this." And if they go there with the thought of everything that I bought to take with me, I bought out of profit. So whatever I get out of it is all profit. I ain't got to make a markup on every item. I can throw the shit away, give it away. I enjoy meeting people. And at the different events that I go to, I give more shit away than I sell. And I don't care. I have fun. And I'm going out to the Mustang place, the place that's got the collection of Mustangs, from all different years. And I like Mustangs and Falcons and Chevelle SS's. I like the Forder delivery vans from like the 1935 to 40 range. Um, I'm looking for something like that right now. I'm looking if I'm not gonna buy junk. I'm too old to buy something that isn't worth having and having fun with. And this this guy came up. He was talking to me about his he had a brand new Corvette, and he took me for a little little demo ride. I mean, you're not gonna brag about your car without taking me for a ride. And I say we went for a little ride in his little Chevy, and then Micah was there, and he's got a Tesla something or another. It's $170,000 car, 160 whatever. And that thing goes from zero to stupid. I mean, this thing will hit 90 miles an hour in a 3 block distance. It's like, and you think with your high RPM Chevy or Ford or anything, you think, oh, this thing's gonna blow your hair back. Boy, howdy, it ain't nothing compared to being in a Tesla. Them things are like a rocket taking off. But when the technology's ready, I think more people will buy them. I don't think the technology, the power grid, the charging stations, the infrastructure to electric vehicles isn't there yet. It's like having Biden as president. That isn't there. And how the hell did he? Man, come on, really? Oh God, I can't imagine. But it is reality. Look at America today. It's falling apart at the seams, and they got a clown show of leadership in America. That ain't the America that I raised my hand, swore an oath to protect. The hell's going on in this country? We have to have people out there with cameras everywhere just to keep the cops in line because cops won't even have a camera on their uniform like they should. It's just it isn't what life isn't what it's supposed to be. And I hear people say, oh, that's not fair. And I think, well, you're not Cringer, you're not He-Man's kitty cat, don't do that little whiny shit with me. Oh, but I digress. I see the things that can be done that are not being done. We don't have trailer parks being taken out and semi trailers being replacing each one of them trailers that people used to live in. Take every one of them out and replace them with 53-foot dry vans, translucent ceilings, divide them up into 4 separate rentals, and put little house trailer doors on the side of the semi and run power to it. Your weed can live here, but you can't. I think that would be a good concept for. Seriously, I think we should have a trailer park. Oh, wait! Don't get away, Susie. Don't go away yet. Hold on. Dang. Okay. Yes, I caught you in time. Thank you, Susie, for coming by and joining me here in the chat. Um, and there are certain people, you know who you are, and um, I'm all over the place. My brain's over there, then I found it over there, and man, I was looking all over for my brain the other morning. I was in the kitchen, and I didn't even know what I was looking for. I was looking for my brain. You have brain farts from time to time, and so um, you so earned it. You've been there with me. Supporting me right along steady, and if it wouldn't have been for Masha telling me, Bob, all you gotta do is do a live stream. Your friends will check in and out, in and out, and in and out, and you'll accumulate watch hours. Make the right ones administrators. Make the everybody else gets a wrench. Everybody gets a wrench. That way you can drop the link to your channel. This is a promotional channel. Anybody and everybody can, please put your channel out there if you want subscribers. If you need watch hours, put that on there that you need watch hours. It's about growing the cannabis industry, connect everybody to each other. Dude, I had edibles tonight. Me too. And I'm pushing my, it's by Drip. Oh God, them are good products. I'm telling you, I'm enjoying. And I know you're a grower too, Susie. I know you're a grower. And, yep. Had a guy the other day try to lie to me about his plants. Got to his house and he had 1 gallon milk jugs. His little scrawny little Charlie Brown Christmas trees sticking up out of there. And he wondered how come he didn't have any buds. He had like 5 little stems sticking off the main stem. And it was all bony and shrivelly and not doing anything. I asked him, well, why don't you get some containers, put some dirt in it so your plants can grow into plants instead of looking like a tomato plant that's starving. He wasn't very happy with me. He thought I'd stole Twinkies out of his lunchbox. And I assured him I really was not the culprit here. And that the milk jugs, we're talking about 1 gallon milk jugs. You know, that much dirt. You know, it might have been 2 quarts of dirt at the most, maybe something like that. And they were just toothpicks, you know. And he thought that I was kidding. He had spent like tons of money on really fancy lights. He had really good lights and timers, and boy, you'd have thought this guy was knocking it out of the park. Nope, he is now. He's got. After I got a good smile, I went back and did the right things, and I made sure that he got bigger containers. Right now he's using the 10-gallon mesh bags made for growing cannabis in. He's plugged into one of my sponsors for top dressings. Another one of my sponsors is doing the water systems for him, EcoFlow. Yeah, I've got I looked at this by having my first 1,000 subscribers, my first 1,000 hours of watch time, and I started looking at my statistics and all that. I'm a long ways from getting monetized. I mean, I'm not just going to have to do more live streams. I was out to Jars today, and Ryan Powers, okay, where Ryan Powers just sent me came on my screen up there at the top. Hi, Ryan Powers, wherever you are. I'm on. Did you know, Susie and Ajot, did you know that you can go to Google, type in 420 in plain sight, or use your microphone, Google 420 in plain sight, and you'll get my real name, because my real name's posted on LinkedIn. But everything on 420 in plain sight, whether it's Pinterest, LinkedIn, Google, Site123, WebNode, everything on there for like the first 10 listings, they're all me. You can see my picture on there, my name, my Gmail. I'm hard to find, as you can tell, and I'm so shy. You can tell I'm shy. Maybe not. I can pretend for a second here. No, I'm not. I broke my camera. No, I didn't. Why is that flexing? Is that on? Oh, it's on that thing. Okay, it's on that knob. Okay, well, I am learning how to use this little tripod. I've never done this before. I've set up cameras, I've set up microphones, I've set up my drum set and other drum sets. I've set up microphones for the drum sets, but I've never did anything like this. So when I tell you, Ajax, that you were an inspiration to me to do this and to do, I did one. I walked up to the gas station, and a cop had pulled somebody over, and it was early in the morning, so everybody's on their way to work, and I titled the video, "It's too early for this." And I got it. Now, I only had like a handful of subscribers. And when I say a handful, I mean, I had like 10, 15 subscribers. I ended up getting like 200 views of that. Um, Jason, the Aussie coin pusher, came by, and there's Big Mo. Dude, thanks for coming by. Please post your links. Post any, like if somebody would drop the links to like I Love Weed Live, who was one of the most instrumental people to cause me to want to do this. Devo's Weed Chronicles, One Stoner, Three Cats. If you guys could drop them links, any of them links, that these are the inspirational people that are helping connect the community. And I've got to learn how to use my community tab. I don't know how to use a community tab, but if I did, which I'm going to Google it and watch it and take notes and figure out how to use this thing, because another thing that Masha said is that if I use my community tab, I can plug in all the other people that are helping me, and get them some watch hours too, because what's the sense of helping me if I'm not helping you? And I've got the ability to use extra ones of these on anybody's account. Just let me know, and I'll make sure I'll get you some watch hours. I know how to do that. But that's it. Shorts are not the answer. If you're going to grow your YouTube channel, shorts only get you noticed. Like the popularity contest of Farce Book. And I did pronounce that correctly. It's actually called Farce Book. And tonight when I was on LinkedIn, there's one of the shows that I'm on every night, every Friday night on LinkedIn. There's 1,700,000 people in the group, 12 people in chat. I mean, come on. How rational is it that 1.7 million people are in a group on LinkedIn to begin with, and they have a live show going on, and literally, I Love Weed Live has a bigger audience. Okay? I'm delighted. These are the things that I'm observing. I'm a 65-year-old. I've been in this industry since I was a kid. And oh my God, the things I'm seeing that are not working correctly. Why can't you rent, like at a storage facility? Why can't you rent a garage to grow weed in and it be okay and not get broke into all the time? It seems like America's not thinking in terms of like it being a Schedule I drug. Are you kidding me? It's been legal for 6 years in Michigan. I mean, in Michigan was like dragging the line, and had Comrade Whitmer and the one before that, Snyder. he tweeted our organization in 2016. He tweeted the organization out of Oregon and said, "We don't want your dirty money in our state." Whoa, wait a second, man. America is growing up, and we need to tap into the potential of growing businesses in a more meaningful way. At least I think we do. Our plants don't appear, even if it's legal here, for us to grow. But that's what I'm saying. That a person should. Okay, like in a trailer park. If we take every residential trailer out and we bring in semi trailers, you may rent a semi trailer for the same price you were paying for house trailer rent, and we cover the electricity and the water, and you grow your plants. You come and go. Your plants can live here, but you can't. And I think if that was the case, that if we could do that in every city of America, just fence off with barbed wire and claymore mines and all kinds of shit, so nobody will ever be able to go in through, other than through the check-in with your ID to go to your trailer and do whatever you do inside there and grow your weed and have everything on solar power. I think that people are dropping the ball on this. The trucking companies that have gone belly up, like Yellow Roadway Corporation, 22,000 drivers lost their job. They had 90,000 pieces of equipment. Okay, well, out of them 90,000 pieces of equipment, they all went for dirt cheap prices. And every one of them could have been a grow trailer for the next generation of growing. And the fact is they're not being used. There's 500,000 unregistered, undocumented trailers sitting in Michigan right now. The state would be delighted to have them all gone because they don't pay registration fees on them here. They treat them like abandoned trailers. So there's 630,000 of them in Michigan alone. Oh my God, if there's 600,000 of them in Michigan, and think how many are in Illinois and Minnesota and Wisconsin, one state after another, and realize all these trailers could be used to be growing product. Every human should have the right to grow at least 12 plants. And they should, the plants should be as big as a room. They should be like 17 foot tall, 20 foot tall, and 5 people holding hands can't even reach all the way around it. That's how big the plant should be. Like they were on Camp Pendleton and out there in St. Onofre. I remember when I was out there, and I remember these kids were telling me, "Man, that stuff looks like marijuana." And I remember saying, "Nah, that's called hemp. That ain't even close." They were so stupid they didn't know the difference. And away they'd go, and I'd be like, "Yeah," ripping buds off of this, packing it away. Man, I had a good time when I was in the Marine Corps. Thailand was wonderful. Thai stick, man, this Mama San brought us a bale for $3 American. This Mama San brought us a bale of the sweetest taste and shit. I hadn't smoked weed in, man. Philippines was good too. Don't ever let anybody tell you. Japan, marijuana is super illegal in Japan. But don't think it isn't there, and don't think people ain't growing it and smoking it all the time there. Even under the communist regime of Japan, people are smoking happy smoke. You can get some happy smoke. You want short time? You can get a short time with her, but you can get happy smoke too. Yeah, $20 for a little tiny matchbox that you'll get maybe, seeds and stems included. You might get one good joint if you're lucky for a $20 bill. But let me tell you, that $20 bill, getting to smoke that as a Marine in Okinawa, Japan, yeah, buddy, it was worth it. Then we got on ship and started going places. And then I started taking lifts. You can get on a medical lift and go here and go there and go there and go there and go there. Man, there are more islands that I'd never heard of any of the islands I started going to, and the one it just blew up. Wake Island just blew up again. It's a volcano, and it just wiped out the whole thing. It was an air base, and now it's just a barely in spots still above the ocean. And yeah, some of the places I've been, oh my God, I don't know. Has anybody ever driven a truck cross country, lived in a semi? Oh my God. After being a Marine, that was the only job I could do that wouldn't, where I wasn't screaming at somebody or telling somebody, square it away, get your head out your ass, participate, clean up, clean up, clean up. That was the hardest thing that I've ever, and still be a stoner. When they started drug testing, it was like 1979, because I was already a sergeant. I'd been in 3 years. I was a sergeant, and then they started instituting drug testing, and they were like at roll call early in the morning. They said, "Hey, we need another NCO to be a drug enforcement NCOIC," and boy, howdy, nobody put their hand up except me. I'll do it. Stoner Bob's got this covered. And so nobody failed the drug test. Nobody. But then again, the stoners knew to come to me, and I would get them a clean jug, and that lieutenant would have to come back and retest because his was questionable, and so he'd ways around. It's just like when I was driving truck, Oh, well, you've got to take a drug test. Yeah, go out in the bathroom out there in the shop. Fill this up. Okay, I bet I can figure this one out. Hey, anybody out here want a $20 bill? Yeah, fill this up. Okay. There's ways around everything. And, oh my God. Oh, coming back from Japan. I don't know if anybody's lived in Japan or not, but I had to have written orders. Well, anybody can type up a set of orders if you know how to type. And so, anytime I want to send something home, there's my orders to Camp Pendleton or to El Toro or wherever I want to be stationed next. I'd type me up a pretend set of orders going, I'd send my stuff home duty free. I sent a drum set home. I sent a stereo home. TIAC reel to reel back in 1976. Oh my God, that TIAC was the top-notch Bose 901 Series B. You want to talk about some antiques? Oh yeah. Who? Oh, here's something that I blew me away. I was at Dan's house, and he's like, "Hey, look, you gotta check this out, Dad. I gotta show you this." And I went in there, and he had plugged into a couple of restaurants in town that wanted basil and sage and some other, everyday kitchen use products that he can just hang on a basket on the side of the inside of the tent, the grow tent, and the shit just grows and grows and grows, and it doesn't interfere with the growth of the marijuana. So, hey, I'm all for that. Two birds with one stone. Jason, the Aussie coin pusher. I'm going to tell you, that's my buddy. That's Jason down there in Perth, Australia. That's my buddy, big old fat boy now. But Jason has a channel on there. It's called the Aussie Coin Pusher. Now, his daughter's got a channel that he does with her, and it's the Aussie Beachcombers. And he keeps getting demonetized for doing stupid things. And the stupid things he's doing is using F-bombs in all of his conversations. and talking about things that are principally unacceptable in today's soft, weak society because everybody's soft and weak and politically correct and in need of a big hug. I'll be honest about it. I think that it's like the participation award. Um, when I was in the Marine Corps, everybody getting out of boot camp got a, a orange red, and it's kind of an orangish red with yellow in it. It's called a Fire Watch ribbon. Everybody got one. It was because there was armed conflict going on at the time. Vietnam wasn't quite over when I hit boot camp, and so everybody got the little Fire Watch ribbon. And I remember looking at that and thinking, that dude right there, my drill instructor, I knew what a couple of his ribbons were about. Okay, he had campaign ribbons, he had a presidential unit citation, he had a meritorious unit citation, presidential something else that I didn't know about till I sat down with him and had a conversation with him 4 years after boot camp. And this guy was like a legend. He'd been a first sergeant, and in Vietnam, I mean, this dude was like a war hero. And Bob Bruner, and he was like the top of the line serious Marine drill instructor. He was like in Full Metal Jacket. The whole persona of who he is. He's like the sergeant major. Come get some. If you look through the channels, my channel likes are publicly accessible. So take a look at some of my like channels. You'd be surprised some of the entertainment value that are on there. Who's in chat with me right now? Susie, is anybody else in there with you? I can't tell because my numbers aren't telling. Here, I have to pull up one of my other devices here. I can turn on a device. And because I turned the poker game off, I can't concentrate on doing anything if I'm playing around with a device. And poker is not important. Caring about your friends, that's important. Hey, Big Mo, are you still in here? Dun, 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 dun. All right, 15% lasting on my battery. Okay. Battery is getting weak on the toy. Am I boring enough for everybody? Is everybody just like thoroughly bored? I hope so, because that's my job, to talk you to sleep. You put on the channel and you think, oh, he's really not talking about a lot. And that's because I'm not. I'm just sitting here. Okay, now go to there. Yes. And I'll press the button again, because sometimes when I press the button on my little devicey poo, it doesn't want to participate. It wants to do whatever it wants to do. And here's a piece of advice. When life closes a door, breach the wall. Walk in like a boss. Hoorah. Okay. That was from Mestleg. Da 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 da. Okay. Go. That thing's making all kinds of noise. Da 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 da. Here we are. And somebody's out there watching. Somebody is doing me a solid by leaving their device on so that I'm getting a watch, I'm getting watch time. And I need watch hours. Absolutely need watch hours. I got another phone around here somewhere. It should be about charged up. This one here is poor little thing right here. It's got less than 14%. And I don't know if that means I'm supposed to break out the cry towel. I checked on eBay and they got plenty of cry towels. So, yes, you can order cry towels and dry up tears. They have plenty of them available. Now, because I'm lazy, I'm going to sit that over there. You're going to like this. This is actually a brand. This is actually a company. And they they do the lawn care thing. They sprinkle the poison out there to kill everything except the grass. And they can come out there and poison your lawn for $29 the first time. And it's called Weed Man. Are you kidding me? Weed Man? And so they're a 616 number. And they're actually called Weed Man. You can't make this stuff. Well, I mean, somebody made this stuff up, and it's for real. I mean, and so I just wanted everybody to know that you can actually get your lawn poisoned and kill everything except the grass. They got a special promo code, and they're really called Weed Man. And I know I'm probably not supposed to be having that much fun, but I just can't help it. I really enjoy every day. And today I met some really unique people. And when that truck backed into the lot, I was watching what he was doing. He was watching what he was doing. But the lady in the little green electric mobile is like, she weren't paying attention to what he was doing. She was only paying attention to her phone and her thing on the dash and her coffee. And she had way too many oars in the water. And she swung around there, didn't even slow down. She slammed right into where the back tires are on the truck. That's what she hit, was his tires in the parking lot. It to the truck, it was like going, me. I might as well put my hand out there and slap the side of the truck. That's about what it did to the truck. On the other hand, what it did to that car was astronomical. I mean, it folded in just like taking an empty Monster can and just going, and it just crushed that front end in. I didn't realize how absolutely fragile these cars today are. But her car was totaled. I mean, it was FUBAR. I don't know if any of y'all know Up Beyond All Repair. And So with the FUBAR mentality of that, I mean, the way she slammed in a parking lot. I mean, she had no reason to be going that fast in a parking lot, let alone not paying attention and hitting somebody that hard. Okay, and it could have been a guy just as easy. Because I can't say, oh, women drivers. So when I was a kid growing up, that generation of adult men around me were still abusing, physically punching women. I mean, abuse on all different levels. Three Stooges was considered funny. And you look at it now, it reflects the horrible world that just a generation ago was. I remember as a kid hearing dad say or stopping a guy from this guy was hitting his woman, and he said, caught the guy's arm because he was drawn back to hit her again, and he grabbed her arm and said, "Don't hit your bitch in public. Take her fucking ass home, beat her ass." And when I heard that as a child, knowing that that was coming out of his mouth, that he was actually saying these horrible things, that it's okay to hit your spouse, your woman at home, not in public. No, it's not. It's not okay to hit anybody, anytime, anywhere. The violent, they called it slapstick humor. It weren't funny at all. It was cued in music intoned to represent humor in society. And oh my God, looking back on what people used to think was funny, like on the Honeymooners, gonna send you to the moon, talking violence, that if you see enough of it in your life, you can't be for it. You can't say it's okay, because I've seen too much of it. I lost everybody in the crowd. Everybody left the channel. I see that. Okay, somebody's still there with me, but I had 5 people in the chat. Now there's 1. Thank you for sticking with me. But what was funny then, I mean, whether it was man hitting a woman or a man hitting another man, the bully, the tyrant, the tough guy versus this not tough, the world is easy today because it's a soft, weak world that we live in. When political correctness and you get the job even though you're not qualified for the job because of this or that. We have to have perfect equality. You don't have a college degree that the job requires. You don't have 5 years on the job of similar background, but yet we gotta diversify. By law, we have to diversify. We have to hire you, no matter how unqualified you are, as opposed to hiring somebody we really need that really can do the job. And so that's what's killed Disneyland, okay? Disney used to be a terrific company to work for. I was security there, so I do know, okay? And it was a great company to work for that long in order to get my foot in the door at Concerts West. Well, I mean, back then, though, I remember that my first monthly income from the Marine Corps was $322.10, taxable. And that was a monthly income in 1974. Okay. Numbers have jumped since then. Now I guess they're getting like $3,000 a month to be in the military. It's like, I wish I could have got $3,000 a month to be in the Marines. I'd have never got out. You would have not been able to pry me out. But then, offer me a good drum set and good wages and a nice place to live and a nice truck to drive. Chances are I'd probably gone for that every time anyway. Because I really did love living out there in La Jolla. Lived in Redondo for a while, Newport Beach, Long Island. Yes, I did say Long Island, Newport, Long Island. God, I loved it out there. And then I moved to Michigan. They got seasons here. Oh, they used to have seasons here. No, we don't. We don't have seasons here. We got, well, warm season, cold season, but Michigan's winters are not winters like they used to be. We used to have legitimate winters in Michigan. Feet of snow at a time. You know, dish up like 2 or 3 feet of snow, get out the V plow and plow the roads so they can run the other plows down through there, actually clean it up. Go down through there and knock everybody's mailboxes over. Yeah, good old days. When you could pull your car into a gas station and $5, if your car could hold $5, you weren't filling it up very often. I remember when it was like 22 to 25 cents a gallon. When I was driving in California, it was only 40 cents a gallon. So, and then when I came back from Japan, it was at 90 cents a gallon. Wow. It's been a long, long road. And it's been a long live stream. Good night, everybody. Y'all stay lifted.